Hello there, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Vungo presenting you today top stories as usual.
Cabinet meeting discusses socioeconomic development. Early ripening lychees in Bắc province sold at good prices.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính presided over the government's May meeting on June 4th. Join us to see more in the following report.
The government meeting discussed the socio-economic situation in May and the first 5 months of 2022. It reviewed the implementation of the government's socio-economic recovery and development program and the allocation and disbursement of the state budget this year. Speaking at the meeting, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính pointed out limitations and challenges facing the government, ministries, and local administrations in the coming time and potential solutions for them. He urged ministries, sectors, and local administrations to keep a close watch on the COVID-19 situation, global strategic competition, prices on fuel and inputs, inflation risks, and the development of the global and regional economies to come up with effective responses. He also asked for the stabilization of macroeconomy, effective control of inflation, transparency of the security, bond and real estate markets, acceleration of green growth, energy transition and digital transformation, and restructuring of the monetary market, among others.
We've just received updated news. More in the following report.
The Vietnam Festival 2022, the 14th of its kind, opened at Yoyogi Park in Tokyo, with Japan's former Prime Minister Yasuo Fukuda and Parliamentary Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs Miyake Shingo in attendance. Vietnamese Ambassador to Japan Vũ Hồng Nam highlighted the significance of the festival to the development of friendly relations between the two countries. This year's event returns to its pre-pandemic scale after 2 years of scaling down because of the COVID-19 pandemic, he said. Former Prime Minister Fukuda expressed his delight at the robust growth of Vietnam's economy in the post-pandemic period and the fact that the number of Vietnamese people in Japan is on the rise. He expected the bilateral relations to expand further in the coming time. The festival will run through June the 5th. About 100,000 visitors are expected to join the event.
Up to $7.7 billion worth of foreign direct investment was disbursed in the first 5 months of this year, up 7.8% from the same period in 2021, according to the Ministry of Planning and Investment. As of May 20, total FDI in Vietnam, comprising new, adjusted capital and share purchases by foreign investors, dropped 16.3% year-on-year to over $11.7 billion. There were more than 570 new projects worth nearly $4.12 billion, down 53% in value, and nearly 400 others registering to increase their investment by more than $5.6 billion, up 45%. The accumulative value of share purchased by foreign investors also rose 51.6% to $1.98 billion. Foreign capital has been poured into 18 out of 21 economic sectors, with processing and manufacturing making up the lion's share, followed by real estate, information communications, and science technology. Among the 79 countries and territories investing in Vietnam in the reviewed period, Singapore took the lead with nearly $3 billion, followed by the Republic of Korea and Denmark. The southern province of Bình Dương, the northern province of Bắc Ninh and Ho Chi Minh City attracted the most foreign investments. Enterprises in Ho Chi Minh City exported $20.7 billion worth of goods in the first 5 months of 2022, a year-on-year increase of 7.9%, according to the Municipal Statistics Office. Ho Chi Minh City's export turnover expanded 7.9% in January to May. Enterprises in Ho Chi Minh City exported $20.7 billion worth of goods in the first 5 months of 2022, a year-on-year increase of 7.9%, according to the Municipal Statistics Office. The export value of industrial products witnessed the biggest growth in the period, hitting $12.6 billion, 11% higher than that of the same period last year. China remained the biggest importer for Chi Minh City in the period, spending $4.33 billion on imports from the Vietnamese southern hub, up 10.6% year-on-year. It was followed by the US and Japan. Ho Chi Minh City's import value was also reported to pick up 11.6% to over $28 billion in the reviewed period. The municipal authorities have granted establishment certificates to over 17,200 businesses so far this year, with a total registered capital over $9.7 billion. Vietnamese lychees are fetching a tasty price at the early season, putting a smile on farmers in the northern province of Bắc Giang. Global standard lychees are even priced at around $1.3 per kilo.
This global-gap lychee orchard is expected to yield some 100 tons this season. Although the fruits have not entered the harvest season yet, their owner has received orders with high prices.
The lychees will be harvested from June 1st to 10th. I have recently signed contract with a company selling the lychees at $1.51 per kilo. My fruits will be exported to the US, Japan and Europe.
This batch of early ripening lychees is being processed and packaged for the southern market. They are sold at over $1 per kilo, much higher than the previous season.
The early ripening lychees are high in demand. Traders want to buy the fruit for distribution in other localities. We will support farmers to create accounts to sell products on the e-commerce platform.
Lychee farmers in Bắc Giang province will enjoy a bumper crop this season, with an estimated yield of 180,000 tons. Despite high input costs, lychee growers are hoping for stable prices for the whole season.
Mekong Delta localities are enlarging areas for the cultivation of premium quality and fragrant rice varieties that are highly favored by major markets in an effort to sustainably boost exports.
Sopchang province plans to raise the revenue of agricultural cultivation to over $10,700 per hectare in average by 2025 and increase the share of specialty and premium quality rice to more than 80% of the total output. To this end, the province is taking measures to improve the effectiveness of rice branding and upgrade the value chain of specialty rice products. Sopchang has zoned off farming areas of specialty rice varieties for export, established production cooperatives, and accelerated use of advanced technology into cultivation. In Trà Vinh province, farmers have received support from authorities to produce and distribute high-quality rice cultivated from more than 1,650 hectares and those farmed under organic standards of the EU, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and the Japanese agriculture standards. The province has also encouraged farmers to apply good agricultural practices, for example, Vitgap, that enable the efficient use of water and fertilizers and less use of pesticides and improve productivity and quality.
The south-central coastal province of Ninh Thuận is ramping up tourism development solutions in a bid to lure tourists this summer. Ninh Thuận gets ready for bustling summer tourism. The south-central coastal province of Ninh Thuận is ramping up tourism development solutions in a bid to lure tourists this summer. A series of measures have been implemented to promote the local sector in a safe, green and effective manner. In addition to capitalizing on existing destinations, the province is paying attention to build new tourism products based on cultural and sports events to keep holiday makers stay longer. The provincial tourism sector has also begun implementing cooperation deals signed with other provinces and cities. It is also working with airlines and travel agencies to organize safe tour packages. According to the Provincial Department of Culture, Sports and Tourism, in May alone, Ninh Thuận hosted an estimated 355,200 arrivals, up nearly 144% year-on-year. Of the total arrivals, there were some 1,200 foreigners. Tourism activities reeled in around $10.8 million, an annual surge of more than 258%. In the first 5 months, the province has hosted close to 1.46 million visitors. The aviation industry is ramping up operations after 2 years of COVID-19 disruption, with airline expanding domestic and international flight network and enhancing flight frequency to renowned tourist attractions to serve customers' travel demand during summer holiday roster.
Airlines have paid due attention to flight punctuality and safety.
We have outlined plans to expand international air routes to the UK, Australia and North Asia. We give top priority to flight punctuality, safety and good service quality.
In-flight service is offered, helping passengers enjoy domestic and foreign blockbusters, music and online games while on board.
Recreational activities help us release stress as we are on a long-haul flight.
Catering and souvenir services have been kicked off at airports with a kaleidoscope of products on offer.
We have worked to ensure the best conditions to serve the customers, from fire prevention and fighting to tasty food.
Airports will become extremely busy during summer as they're expecting to serve tens of thousands of passengers each day. As for passengers, they want to be serviced in a safe and fast manner.
I hope to receive quick catering service so that I can be on board on time.
Be better if the restaurants have more staff so that customers do not have to wait for their food for a long time.
Many corners in Hanoi, especially in the countryside, are adorned by the red kapok trees blooming in profusion. Join us to take a look.